Music vibe.
Hello Deshvaani viewers and welcome back to one of our information sessions from Deshvaani. This is a podcast which is focused on a very important topic which touches most of us and something that is kind of bothering some of us also. So it's a great information session today and I've got a lovely guest with Deshvaani. We are here together with Gabi, who is the owner of our Wings Trafikskola. So, welcome Gabi.
Thank you to having me on your podcast.
Thank you. And I think it's a wonderful opportunity for us to kind of getting to know Gabi, as well as getting to know why is this license so important and the processes and so on. But as we know, we are sitting in Stockholm, in the very heart of the city, here in Alvik. And we know that Sweden actually has excellent transportation systems, right? So we have excellent network of buses, trains, trams, long distance trains, and of course we are also in the heart of Scandinavia, so we are very well connected areas. But at the same time, there is an increasing demand of having driving licenses among people living in Sweden. And as we know, it's one of the most reputed licenses of the world. It's known for its strictness, it's known for its processes, and it's really very process oriented, right?
It's true.
And very strict. So if we pass the exam, we have really achieved something. And people usually celebrate and share it on Instagram and all, like we've won some added some wings to our feathers on our hat or something like that, and I really love that thing. But first I will come to you, Gabi.
Well, thank you.
Can I know a little bit about yourself? How would you introduce yourself to our listeners?
Yes, my name is Gabi and I am the owner of this school, Wings Trafikskola, and I have been conducting the school now for over 13 years. And actually I have not always been doing this profession. Earlier I had a very destructive life.
Okay.
Yes, I was into a restaurant business for more than 25 years.
Oh.
And after so many years, I was really tired and fed up with that business, because that is what I used to call it's a sick business.
Oh, yeah.
So it's like not 9 to 5, you can double it, 16 hours. I come home, I don't see my kids,
No
they're
work-life
sleeping,
balance,
no life. My wife, all the family is sleeping. So one day when my son born, I said, I must change my life.
Yeah.
I want to be like the Swede. I
Oh,
want to
nice.
go. Yeah.
Nice.
So I come up with this idea, because it's pretty similar to the restaurant business, because you have with people to do.
You like people. I see your nature. You have this thing of connecting with people and influencing them somehow, and and maybe that is the reason why your school is so popular. Especially, I know that a lot of my friends have come here from who are in the Indian diaspora here. So it's really good to connect with you, because I have got recommendations about you.
Makes my heart smile when I accept this.
And I think you were meant for this. So glad you took that decision. It's not always easy to go out of your comfort zones, because then it's a regular income, and the bills are paid through that, and etc. But we burn ourselves so much, and if that's really not working, then it's good to change that route.
That's what happened actually. And the reason I choose this profession is, like you said, I love to have with people to do.
Yeah.
I wouldn't manage to sit in an office and work. I wouldn't make it.
No.
So I have so
It
much to
suits you.
give,
Yeah.
and why not use it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you're enabling so many people today. Absolutely, and you're doing it pretty cool. So thank you for that.
Thank you.
Yeah. So now we know that it's a type of that it drove you to become and to think out of the box and create this. But how was your journey then? Like, because you never thought of becoming an instructor for people who would learn driving license from before. So when you thought about having this as a school, like, what was your journey? Did you have to take your own license first and then go for a separate learning yourself?
I mean, I already had the license. I
Yeah.
took my license 87.
Okay.
So I had now the license for many, many years. Of course, you need to have a license to, attend such a course to become
an instructor.
Of course,
Yeah.
you need to have a license, definitely. And it's a 1.5 year of education. Oh yes, that is the longest education to become a teacher in the world.
Yeah.
In some countries like Poland, it used to take only 3 months to become a teacher. So, but that is not enough to start your own business.
Okay.
So there is an additional
You have to
9 months to, on a university level, to become what we call education leader. And then after you can start your own school, not before that.
Okay.
Oh yeah. So there is
I
like
see.
a journey.
Yeah, it's a journey in itself. So you actually invested some time. You upskilled yourself to become an instructor. You invested some time. You put in energy, true efforts, so that you could become an instructor and educational leader. I would say yes.
Takes
You're
time from
teaching.
the
You're
family.
enabling the society with a particular skill. So that needs some energy, and yeah, that's so inspiring to hear.
Thank you.
Your story is really good, very, very inspiring for us. Then if I come to this now, some of us are really scared of going in this area because it's not so easy.
And it's costly.
It's costly.
It's costly.
Let's take it straight. Everything is costly in Sweden, but if you're taking a driving license,
Yeah.
you don't know how many times you have to do it, how many times are the tests, and what's the process. If you can start from the beginning.
My pleasure. Yes, I would love to do that. Actually, first of all, you need to apply for a learner permit, and that you do through Transportstyrelsen website, and there is an English version these days. You apply for group number 1, and that's for car. And there is 2 steps there. It's first of all, step 1, it's you fill an application form, what we call a health declaration, and they ask you if you have some diabetes or heart disease or whatever, some health issues. And if you don't have any issues, you just block those squares with no, all the way. The next step is that you go for any opticians and tell them that I want to make eye test for driving license. And they know exactly what you are asking for, and they will help you, and you don't need to submit anything to the Transportstyrelsen. They will do it for you. And you just wait. Normally it used to take 24 hours because the system used to, handle that. But now, since it becomes, it's a peak season now.
Yeah.
So it's a lot of, they receive a lot of application forms, so it takes some time to get it, because we have just recently one student is still waiting after 1 week, and some says after just 24 hours.
Yeah.
So it's a
depends
little
where you're
individual.
doing it.
Yeah, it could be
Yeah.
some. If you have some health issues, then it might take sometimes, because there will what we call some manager on the traffic Transportstyrelsen.
They will investigate.
Yeah, they will investigate. And
But that is good.
of
Maybe
course,
it's not good for the driver then, for the person, and they have to take some precaution and other things.
definitely.
That is
So
important.
it's good precautions.
And then after that, what do we
Once
have to do then?
Yeah, once you receive now the approval, then after that you can start driving.
Okay.
Yeah, before that you cannot drive at all. But
And
it
when
doesn't stop
the
you.
approval would mean the person is getting
What we call learner
license.
permit.
Ah, yeah.
Learner permit.
Permit.
Yes, that's the learner's permit.
Yeah.
Yes, and that's allowed you to start to drive on the
Okay.
Swedish roads.
With the help of someone beside you. I mean.
That means That means, yeah, of course,
Yeah.
because
You
you
have
don't
to
have
be
a
accompanied.
license yet.
Yeah.
And there is two options. If you want to just go for school,
Mhm.
or if you want to go for a private supervisor.
Oh.
But in order to become a supervisor, so you both need to go for an addition course.
Okay.
Yes, that calls the introduction course.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
that lasts for 3 hours. And after that, you will apply
Yeah.
to Transportstyrelsen. And
Okay.
then, yeah.
And then I know that there are theory exam and practical, and I see here you've written down so many things like risk 1 and theory and
Yeah.
risk 2 and practical.
This is the mandatory
So how
parts.
many? Okay.
This is the mandatory parts,
Mhm.
and this is, like we say, compulsory actually.
Yeah.
You need to go through both those. Risk 1 is the theoretical part,
Mhm.
and that covers, we talk about, that covers alcohol, drugs, and fatigue. That's what we talk about in combination while you're sitting behind the wheel and driving.
Oh.
And once you use those drugs and drive, how those
Will
drugs, yes,
can
impair
impact.
your driving skills.
Okay.
Exactly. And what is the consequences and how we can avoid that, you know. And that's
so
what
important.
super important.
Yeah.
Because I can tell you about the risk 1. Initially, we didn't have the risk 1.
Mm.
We had only the risk 2, which is the slippery.
Oh, is it?
Yes, yes.
Yeah, the risk 2 is slippery because here it's icy roads
Yeah, I
and
went,
other things.
yes,
Yeah.
I went through also,
Yeah.
I mean, risk 2, yeah.
Yeah.
But risk 1 was launched 2008.
Okay.
Yes, yes.
So
And
that's not very long.
not long, but before that came actually the zero vision.
Okay.
Yeah,
what's
the
that?
zero vision is that there is a goal with the zero vision that no one will die or get harmed in a car accident.
Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah.
but you know, to increase the risk awareness more, they launched the risk 1 and they made it as a mandatory part.
I understand.
Yes, and that was launched.
Because most of the accidents these days are because of these things. I think that is
Definitely.
why it's the first risk, right?
Yeah.
That you drink and drive, or you're drugged and you're sleepy. So these are certain things that you feel you're not totally in your full sense.
Definitely.
And then irresponsible driving, which can not only take your life,
Take others' lives.
life. So
Yeah.
indirectly, so I totally get you, what you're saying.
Because it's difficult. Once we use those drugs
And the
or we drive
importance.
tired,
Yeah.
we don't make the right judgment anymore.
Yeah. It's important.
And these courses is so good that because, you know, they enlighten the upcoming students
And everyone
about the
thinks,
risk.
it will not be me. Everyone thinks.
Yeah,
That I
it's
am
not gonna
fine.
happen.
I am fine.
Yeah.
But no, things happen, and that is why you're trained on that. And then despite that, if you drive, that is not fair.
No,
Yeah.
definitely.
Then of course you should get caught. Anyways, and your license should be confiscated because
Yeah.
then it's not responsible driving at all. But then coming to the theoretical part next,
Yeah.
what are the things to keep in mind for this? How long a student needs to study, you think? It's
You
a
know,
lot.
Yeah, don't take it so easy, you know, because the theory is pretty difficult today, you understand? Compared to the time I did the theory, that was like 87, it was a little bit different because back then, the old days when I did the risk, the theory test, it was a lot about fact.
Okay,
Fact.
correct.
Today it's based on scenarios,
Situations.
scenarios.
Okay.
And also except that, I can tell you it's like there is a lot of math involved and physics is involved because once you will go for the theory, they will give you a calculator. Yes, and with that you need to figure out let's say the reaction time.
But that is very good.
That is super good.
I've not heard about this in other licenses, other countries issuing licenses. It's not so
I would say
detailed, and it's highly technical. So because you're on the street, you're with a machine, talking to other machines through your mind, and then it's unprecedented scenarios that come up, right? Suddenly a deer crossing the road, or a rabbit coming through. And
Exactly.
we know that a lot of accidents way back in India can happen because of a dog crossing the street or a cat crossing the street,
Yeah.
you know, and you don't know how to react. And suddenly these typical scenarios, how to react to that is also very important.
Definitely.
Many people say that we are passing the theory, but it's difficult to pass the practical. That is so important.
Listen, I will point a lot the Indian society, because I've been working with the Indian now for many years, and I
Yeah.
have such experience from the Indian students. You know, I know for sure that the Indian is very theoretical people. They're
Yeah.
very clever, with
Yeah.
all respect to
Okay.
others. Yeah,
Thanks.
but when it comes to practical,
Yeah.
then it's a lot
It's-
missing.
yeah.
It's a lot missing, honestly, and they know that. Early, when I started my business and I got my first student, Indian student, actually they're not used to.
Yeah.
They're not used to, because in our country, Islam, and I'm by myself from the Middle East. It's more or
Yeah.
less the same.
Because the traffic rules are not so strict. There are rules, but people don't follow.
No, because there is no education. I mean,
Yeah.
I can give you example from the Middle East. I mean, my mother used to sometime go ahead and visit my cousins in Lebanon, and they used to say, "What is Gabi doing for a living?" And
Yeah.
she said, "I teach
Yeah.
others."
Yeah.
Really? Do you need someone to do that? Because there is
It's
no
not
school.
culture.
It's
There's no
culture.
culture
No,
for
you just sit in
learning.
the car and
Yeah.
keep driving.
Yeah.
And you learn dash here, dash Sampurna, and that's how you get. That's how you learn.
Yeah.
Yeah, because they say, "I have a license, Gabi, but I never been driven before." Okay.
And sometimes people who have the license, they don't even drive, because then they can, hire drivers for their cars.
That's what
And
happened.
the road conditions are not so good that you can drive.
Yeah.
So that's the reason, it gets tainted and rusted. Maybe they learn and get the license, but lack of practice.
Yeah,
I think that's
there is a
important.
lack. There is big lack. Like my experience, I know how it is to get the license. In the best cases, if you would go for some education in, let's say, whatever, in India, I point a lot because I have experience, Indian license. You get the license when you are on the level of 5, when we are on level of 5 in Sweden,
Yeah.
and that is still maneuvering.
Oh.
And where do you do your test? Within a parking
Yes.
lot. Do reverse some aid, go through. But that's maneuvering.
That's maneuvering.
There is no rules yet.
No.
And the big part come after that, actually.
Okay.
Of course, the maneuver is super important. That's what I always compare with, once you build a house on a solid ground, that house will stay there for thousands of years, like Taj Mahal.
Yeah.
Super solid ground,
Foundation.
foundation, super. And then once you have that, you're fine.
Yeah.
Nobody can shake you. Now you go
That's
further.
true.
And that's
And that's reliable.
that,
That's
oh,
reliable.
definitely, absolutely.
And
And
it
that
will
comes to
stay and
people.
sustainable. Yeah.
Yeah,
that comes to people.
And also comes habits, very much. I won't say bad habits, because the system is like that. We have left traffic in India.
Yeah. Different type of traffic. Yeah.
Yes,
So
left
many
traffic.
people and left traffic. Exactly.
And many students, sorry to say, fail because of those habits.
Yeah.
Except that you have the indicator, most of the car in India, on the right side.
Yeah.
And once they will indicate, or
Yeah.
they
It's
put
the
on the,
different system.
they use the right lever, and what's happened then? The wiper turns on,
Yeah.
and some students fail because of that, because
Oh,
during
okay.
the test they become stressed,
Yeah.
and the old habits pop up,
Okay.
and you will definitely end
Become
up
a-
fall in a very awkward scenario, and
And sometimes it's important, because if you're taking an exit here, it's pretty fast. So, and then if you're missing the indicators, it gives a wrong signal to the other cars,
Yeah.
and that creates chaos.
of course that's misleading.
That's
yeah,
misleading the others.
yeah.
Yes, that is important. What do you see? What type of students are coming these days to you?
There is all kind of students, There is all kind. Those who has experience from earlier, I always say it's good that you don't have any experience at all. Then I will teach you like you teach your, you know, like you raise up your kid.
Yeah, it's a fresh paper.
Fresh, and you form
Yeah.
that student exactly like you want.
Otherwise, you erase everything and then you have to write some blurry.
You have to unlearn
Yeah.
and learn
That's so
again.
good. Exactly.
Yes, and give the new inputs, you know.
I think this, what you're saying, unlearn and learn,
Yeah.
it's so important even in any other professional fields, you know.
Absolutely.
The way we used to work before, it doesn't work after. So it's unlearn and learning is really the way forward for all of us. So that's the best way you're saying to learn or get a Swedish license. Forget what you have done. Take it like a new skill and start.
That's what I used to say. Guys, forget. Don't tell me that you have 15 years of experience. I really get intimidated, you know, because I say, oh no.
Oh no.
Then
it's a tougher situation.
Thank you. It's a tougher because this student has a 15 years of bad habits. So that will be a challenge.
Yeah. 15 years of habit which was working there but will never work here. So that is what I think is important to understand. And if you are fresh, it's gonna be easier. It's gonna be okay for you.
Believe me, it's no big different.
Yeah.
I can give some example between two friends. They came. One of them had 15 years of experience. The other one, zero. None.
Okay.
None. The only difference between those was like 15 hours of classes. Not more. Not more. Both clear.
Both are clear.
Both clear.
Super good.
Yeah.
And then now I think it's important, like you're talking about clearing exams. So what do you tell, what is your advice to people now who are thinking of starting to get a license, whether we should take it now, and what's your advice, Gabi?
Yeah, you know, I used to say like that, guys, you know, if you will start with a Swedish license, please, first of all, you know, don't keep going for any test before you get some professional help. You understand? Even though you have some experience, you know, from wherever you come from, India or the Middle East, wherever. So go for an assessment class. Let some professional teacher check up your skills and make a judgment and tell you how many classes you need, because it could be costly. If you keep going for a test, and now these days a test costs like 1,800 crown. I think it's better that you go for assessment class and few classes if you need, and then after go for the practical one. And that's the best advice I can give you. And yeah.
And also the right guides. I think don't go for. I think sometimes people can go for cheaper options, cutting the shortcuts and trying to land on an exam. I think that will not either.
No, it becomes only more costlier, you know. Yeah, some they go, I don't know, they find some, with all respect for some private supervisor, but that doesn't make him to a teacher, because that's our job. We know in details what's needed. Yeah. And once you have the license for many years, you forget to follow the rules properly. And then you teach exactly like you drive. And when they come, it becomes actually more costlier. They say, Gabi, and we check up some things.
So much, that's true.
Yeah. And
good.
So maybe it's good, you know, that you have some. You can drive with private, but do it in a combination with the school. Education happen here in school. The other is more practicing. Yeah.
So how many times can a person give a theory exam?
Look, you can give how many you want.
Okay.
But there is a limit between the theory and the practical. So what we recommend always, that once you book your practical, make sure that you book the theory maximum 3 weeks before.
Okay.
In case, because it's not difficult to find slots for the theory. It's more difficult to find slots for the practical. Exactly. So book it pretty close to each other. In case you fail the practical, you still have the limit between
Yeah.
those is 4 months.
So it's not yet expired.
So it doesn't expire,
Yeah.
because sometimes some people say, I just booked my theory, but I haven't booked yet, and I cleared the theory, but it was 2 months ago.
Yeah.
So it means you missed already 2
2
months. Make it close, because if you fail the theory, let's say, then you have still time to manage
More
before
practical.
before you do the practical.
Ah.
Yes, if it's too close,
Yeah.
then you might don't find any slots. If it's
Yeah.
super close,
Yeah.
what's going to happen then? Then you need to postpone the practical, and there is
You lose
difficult.
the time.
You
Then
lose
it's
the time,
difficult.
and it's difficult to find. So you might find the time after 1 month, 1.5 month.
And then you have to do the theory again. One of my friends, it happened to him.
Yeah.
I know.
Yeah,
His theory expired, and he didn't get a slot, and then he had to do again a theory
yeah.
exam.
I mean, he did the theory, and then he didn't manage the practical, and then the theory expired. That's because maybe he left a big gap between, so he
Yeah.
lost time.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah, exactly. To go for the perfect thing, we lose the time. I think that is also
So
the thing.
go everything plan.
Plan
You
and prepare and
prepare. Make sure that actually Gabi is Gabriel, and Gabriel. I come with this name because Gabriel, according to the Bible, it's an angel. An angel has wings.
Oh, okay. You're inspired by that. You're giving wings to the cars.
Yes, and also once you get the license, you become free,
Free.
as a bird.
Absolutely.
And bird has wings.
Absolutely.
So that was a good combination. I felt it so good.
That is so
My wife, she
beautiful.
said, please tell others that's why I come up with this name. I said, no, you're not going to take that from me.
No, but that is so good. It's very good. So it's very personal for you.
Very personal. We are
The
very
icon
personal.
has a meaning.
Definitely.
So, Gabi, you're so passionate about this. Why should people come to your school? What is so special about Wings Trafikskola?
You know, I don't like to brag about myself,
Okay.
but we are very personal
Yeah.
traffic school actually. We adapt according to the students a lot. We are flexible time-wise. Our location is good.
Yes.
We have a very good point here. Yeah, we have buses, we have trams, we have subways, and we are pretty close to the city. It's only 10 minutes from the city. 5
We
minutes
have
from Roma.
students coming from far here.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, we have students from Tyresö, we have students from Farsta, from Kungsängen,
Ah.
from Nacka, yeah,
Okay.
and they just, people refer me, and that by itself, it's like a receipt that we are doing a good job.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Super good.
Also, our location is pretty good because it's pretty calm here compared to.
It's good for practicing around
It's a
this area.
super good, calm practicing area.
Ah, that's very good to hear.
Yes, and don't forget we are a bilingual traffic school.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that is pretty
Exactly.
advantage.
And also you're a great instructor, you're a great teacher. I can see that you have the passion for that, and you also teach. I think it's not with the location and everything. If everything is good, but the person who is doing that cannot connect to the learners, then there's a problem, So
I get your point, and that's what we always say, words of mouth is the best
Yeah.
advertisement ever.
yeah.
And that's what we see.
And that's how we landed here today. So
Thank you.
through the word of mouth of some of the people who have taken it from you, and they have brought us here. So Deshvaani is here.
I'm glad to have you here
Yeah.
with me.
You're most.
Thank you.
Despite this being a very serious topic, we touched upon a lot of topics today. Thank you for sharing so much with us, Gabi.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah. Yeah, and I hope that was inspiring enough for you to get started with your learnings. If you're standing on the edge trying to get this license, it's summertime now, so it's good to use that time and start
Yes,
your
please,
learning
guys.
journey.
Now it's a peak season, so
Yeah.
pick up the phone. And to all my Indian students out there, guys, I'll tell you a Punjabi phrase. Chak de fatte nabde gilli, subhe Jalandhar, sham Delhi. I love that.
Oh, I love it too. So you can move from one city to another. Just ride your car. You imagine that
I have
life
so
yourself.
many Indian students that they used to say, Gabi, when you come there, you don't need any hotels. You stay here with us. So I know Indian
You know the Indian, that's so
from
inspiring.
north to south.
But then it's super good. You even learn the language of
Oh my.
your students.
Of course, I used to call myself half Hindi. I am half Hindi.
Wonderful. You never stay in a comfort zone. I know you like to throw yourself out of that and try to learn new things. So that is really, really inspiring. And thank you for watching us today. And if you're interested, you know where to contact. It's Wings Trafikskola. It's based at the heart of Alvik here in Stockholm. And we had super nice conversation with you, Gabi.
Same.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you for today.
Namaste. Namaste.
Music by